हमारा जो फैक्ट्री अंडमान ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट जो कालीघाट में है, इसमें हम लोग कोकोनट ऑयल बनाते हैं, वर्जिन कोकोनट ऑयल और सोप, कॉस्मेटिक प्रोडक्ट्स भी बनाते हैं। इसमें हम लोग जो फ्रेश कोकोनट है उसको तोड़ के उसको हम लोग ड्राई करते हैं। जैसे ड्राई करने के बाद उसको छोटे पीसेस में काट के फिर से हम ड्राई करते हैं। उसके बाद में हम इसको कोल्ड प्रेस चक्की उसमें हम उसको पीस के फ्रेश तेल निकालते हैं। और जो सोप बनाने का जो प्रोसेस है, कोकोनट ऑयल से हमारा सोप बनता है, जो यहाँ का लोकल इंग्रेडिएंट्स है उसमें मिला के वहाँ उसमें हम सोप बनाते हैं। जैसा सिनेमन है, नटमेग है, पपाया, यहाँ का टर्मरिक, ऐसा हमारे पास में 10-12 वैरायटी सोप्स हैं हमारे पास, जो हैंडमेड सोप्स हैं। और हमारे कालीघाट की जो फैक्ट्री है वहाँ पे डायरेक्ट कस्टमर्स भी आके लेके जाते हैं। आप भी हमारे जो प्रोडक्ट्स है ट्राई करके देखिए, आपको भी पसंद आएगा।
हमारे आइलैंड्स के ताज़ा खबरों और इम्पोर्टेंट अपडेट से जुड़े रहे भरोसेमंद और पक्की जानकारी सीधे अपने फ़ोन पर पाने के लिए न्यूज़ आप तक व्हाट्सएप चैनल को अभी फॉलो करें।
सभी को नमस्कार। इस वक्त हम लोग के साथ में बालाजी सर है, जो नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ रोइंग फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया, उनका साथ में हम लोग है। और अंडमान निकोबार में एक इम्पोर्टेंट सीजन जो अंडमान में चल रहा है, कैंप चल रहा है, वो इंडियाज़ फर्स्ट एवर नेशनल स्प्रिंट रोइंग कैंप अंडमान में चल रहा है, जो कार्बिन में वेन्यू है और लगातार एक लास्ट 1 वीक से चल रहा है और आगे भी चल रहा है। और बहुत सारे नेशनल एथलेटिक अंडमान में आए हुए हैं और यहाँ में प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं और इन लोग रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे एशियन गेम में। ये लोग सेलेक्ट होकर जाएंगे। हम लोग साथ में प्रेसिडेंट सर है, हम लोग सर से जानना चाहेंगे सर का जो ओवरव्यू अंडमान निकोबार में और रोइंग के ऊपर में।
Thanks, John, for the nice introduction. It's been a pleasant surprise for me to be here at Andaman and see the nice facilities. I was very, very impressed with the Corvi Beach, where the first national beach sprint camp is going on, and our athletes have been very, very happy with the facilities here. Even the food, no complaints. They've been given the best food, best diet, and my coaches have come. The best of the coaches have been assigned to be part of this national camp at Andaman. And we have of course you have your Janil Krishnan, who is a 4-time Asian Games medalist and an Arjuna Awardee here stationed. You have Justin, a multiple medalist and international rower himself. And apart from that, we've got Lokesh and Rahman, Asian Games medalist, who has descended down here just to do this camp. And being the first beach sprint camp, it's a learning process for us too. And as most of you are aware that this is going to be a big thing, and Los Angeles Olympics, we have included, they have included the beach sprints. So it's just the beginning. So I think India is already behind schedule, but thanks to Sports Authority of India's very quick action, Dr. Mr. Hariranjan Rao and the rest of the team, what has happened is they immediately sanctioned the boats, and I requested it to be stationed in Andaman side, which was done, and now Andaman has got a full-fledged beach sprint equipment, including a catamaran where the boat can follow the people who are training. And it's amazing to see the athletes train, and the best of the athletes have been selected already. That we had a selection committee meeting yesterday, and of course Janil Krishnan is a part of the selection committee, and the others joined from the mainland, and we have selected the best of the teams, and it is going to go and take part in the forthcoming beach sprint championships at Thailand, first week of June.
So we want to ask, what impressed you the most during your first official visit to Andaman Nicobar Island? How do you access its potential for rowing and coastal water sports?
Yeah, the first thing is I never knew that Andaman was. This is my first trip to Andaman, like I said, and I never knew we'll have so much of facilities. I thought there'll be a very it's a very small place is what I thought, but it's so beautiful, unexplored, and we have good hotels, and people are very, very friendly, very, very, very impressive. I think going by, I would love to pursue my committee and my fellow state affiliates to come over to Andaman and propose to have a next National Beach Sprint Championships at Andaman.
So, how significant is the hosting of India's first ever beach sprint national championship in the island, especially with the beach sprint rowing now included in the Los Angeles Olympics?
Yes, this is a good question. Let me tell you, Andaman has a lot of potential. I have seen Saloma Patrick row 40 years ago, and she was a champion rower, national gold medalist in sculling. And you also have a current national with a gold medalist,
Amrita Mitch.
Minge in
Amrita
beach
Mitch.
swings. So so the tradition continues, I guess. So there is a lot of potential I see. If you have a national championship here, I think a lot of people will look and then take to the sport. There will be a lot of visibility thanks to people like you, who have come here to cover the event. I guess even in mainland, sometimes we won't get this kind of coverage because most of the coverage is given to different sports. I don't want to name them, but being a sportsman myself, I don't want to put down any sport, but we need to give coverage to the rest of the sports other than just concentrating one or two. But with the kind of coverage you guys are going to give, if a championship is held, and a lot of locals will take up to the sport, and maybe you'll contribute. Andaman will contribute in a big way for people coming in to represent India and win laurels for the country.
So, what kind of support and future opportunities can the Rowing Federation of India provide to athletic from the Andaman Nicobar Island?
Yeah, like I said, we can start having camps. We can have grassroots level recruitment. We can send our coaches, do some grassroots level recruitment, and of course with size support. And we can do a lot of stuff where we can increase the base of rowers coming in. For example, if you go to a football, or if you go to any other sport, athletics, you'll have 100 kids training. So when you go to rowing, there are very few, and I'm sure with the support and with what's happening around, if you have a championship with visibility, a lot of kids will take up to rowing. And rowing is a very very tough sport, very demanding, because I have played several sports and I can explain you how difficult rowing is. But to make it short, it's not easy a sport. The equipment is very expensive. It's demanding on the body of the athlete. But I'm sure with what is talent available in Andaman, if we can channelize it, if we can give it a little publicity, I'm sure that a lot of people will come and take in. And Andaman has got a huge coastline, and that will be of a great help to have the beach sprints. And moreover, I also saw the your flat water training center of Sai. I'm not sure about the name of the
CP card.
CP card. That's another beautiful training venue. So I think we should make use of all this, and I think it's been neglected for a long, long, long time. I think it's time to make use. I was told that this 14-kilometer stretch, a straight stretch of 14 kilometers, something which I don't think we have it anywhere, even in the mainland. So I would love to come back again here. I want to go down on the boat and see that stretch, because the stretch after 500 meters you take a left, and that's a 14-kilometer stretch. But I didn't have time to get into that boat and go and see that 14-kilometer stretch. And the coaches that were talking about it, and of course I saw it on the Google, how beautiful it was. So love to come back again and see it in person, and maybe row down the course too. So look forward, to see Andaman contribute to the sporting fraternity of India, more in particular for rowing, because I have to be a little selfish, because being part of the rowing and being part of 40 years of, I have rowed myself. So I think I want Andaman to be integral part of the rowing sport. And also would love to say that now this year we have 50 years of rowing. We completed last year. We'd like to celebrate the 50th year, celebrations. We have bid for the Asian under 19, under 23 Asian Championships. The inspection has been done by the Asian Rowing Federation. They're excited to come, and this event is going to be in Pune, and we look forward to make it big and celebrate 50 years of rowing in India. Of course, the British started the clubs and other things, but official Rowing Federation of India and the Indian rowing team all this got started only 50 years ago. So now it is we are going to celebrate the 50th year.
So are there any plan to host major national or international rowing championship in Andaman Nicobar Island in the future?
Yeah, to start with, I have said that we are going to have a national championship. Would like to earlier in my thing, I said that we are going to have a national championship. I'm going to propose for it to have a national championship in Andaman. Only thing is, like you said, you all know that now the flight charges and things have become little expensive. I am sure that if Andaman Nicobar Islands uh, administration can support in with the hotels and staying, and maybe I will write to the airlines request for some special pricing for the children to come here. So if something can be done, because the cost is going to be exorbitant for kids to fly and fly back, but I'm going to make sure that we do something about it and see how we can get the support of Sports Authority of India and get the Andaman and main stream of Indian rowing by hosting a beach sprint championship at Andaman.
So, as you said, you have expressed interest in hosting national and international rowing event in Andaman Nicobar Island. However, as we know, major international sporting events are generally difficult to organize in Andaman Island due to logistical and connectivity challenges. In this regard, what kind of support would be required from Andaman Nicobar administration and other agencies to successfully host such large-scale rowing coastal sports even in the future?
It's very very simple. See, boats can be to have an international event. We can hire the boats, which will come from the boat manufacturer will bring it in a container. You have a nice port here. It's easier to come to Andaman than to come to the mainland. So it's closer from where it's going to come from. Of course, that is China. So most of the top boat manufacturers are from China. Of course, you have big manufacturers in Europe too. So the Chinese boats are equally good. So the boats which you have is also Swift, which has come from China. So they will bring the boats. So that shouldn't be an issue at all. To host a national championship, I think you already have enough equipment, beach sprints especially. So that's not a problem at all. Only thing is we have to have good hotels. I'm sure that there are good hotels here and good resorts. So I see no issues in hosting it. Only thing is people have to when you say India, a lot of when the Asian Rowing Federation officials came here, and I did speak about Andaman to them. I said we are closer to Singapore, so they were wondering, and Indonesia. They were wondering where is that? Then I opened the Google map and showed them this is India. They were shocked to see it. They said we will have one championship there. I'd already told them. Okay, you will be surprised to see. He said, I didn't know India is so close to Singapore, close to Indonesia. I said, yes, it is, and it's not a small island; it's a chain of islands. So, I guess after seeing the facilities here, I'm sure that there is enough hotels, enough thing. So we need minimum 3-4 star hotels. Okay, and I'm sure there are enough 3-4 star hotels here. So we should be able to host.
So, what kind of support would be required from Andaman Nicobar administration?
Administration has to come in, make sure that during the championship, tourist allotted place should be given for the boats to be kept. Allotted, people should not interfere. Local fishermen to be requested. In fact, I would like to say thank you to the local fishermen. They for 1 month they were supporting the camp. They made sure that boats didn't go through the places where we put the lanes. Yesterday, I forgot to say that in the press meet. I should have said that. One Mr. Pradeep, who was locally there, he came. He made sure no fishing boats, speed boats went through those lanes which had marked where the team was training. So we need supports like that. And apart from that, for stay they can give concession. So many things can be done by the administration by making the place cleaner, because the place needs to be cleaner. So to provide assistance, because we don't being from coming from the mainland, we need a lot of help from here. So things like that needs to be we should have enough officials, even police, everything, for all safety to everything. We need all these things support from the thing. And one important thing is yesterday also we spoke jobs to be given for the sportsmen who won the especially in the Olympic sports. So Olympic sports are very few, and in that, whoever wins should be given a job, especially even a national medalist and beyond. They should be given a job so that a lot of people take up the sport, because that is something which, even looking at Amrita Minch, now she's working in CISF, and when she got the job and she was asked to report, and the national camp was going on, and she was practically crying, and the coach was crying, the team was about to leave, but she wanted to quit rowing because she wanted to join reporting. If she doesn't report on time, she would have lost the job. I had to practically find out who was the DGP, DIG, CISF, training, called him, requested him, then wrote letters. So many things happened. In spite of that, this girl was not willing to take it. She was so scared. She said, "No, hum jana hai," and all. So then I had to really put so much pressure on her that job has been done. You've been given a special thing to go, finish the championship and come back. So it took a lot to convince. So job is very important for these others, because some of them come from really very needy families. So you look at Tamil Nadu now, huge jobs they have given. Last few years. They increased the sports quota from 1%, 2% to 3% and beyond. Hundreds of people are getting jobs. Same thing, Andaman Island administration also has to do, give jobs to the local medal winners at the nationals and on the internationals. Then you'll have more people taking up the sport, not just throwing all sports.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.